Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu einem niegelnagelneuen Let's Play, nämlich Return to Monkey Island. Und es ist heute 19.09.2022 erschienen. Und ja, ich muss es natürlich gleich haben und ich muss es gleich spielen. Wir gucken uns mal dieses Sammelalbum an. Ich gehe erstmal in die Einstellung. Okay, Sound, Effekte, bla bla bla. Das kann man alles auf volle Pulle lassen. Steuerung. Man muss mit der Tastatur auch ein bisschen was machen. Das ist schlecht, weil meine Tastatur geht immer aus. Okay. Speichern Alt S. Spielladen Alt L. Okay. Seekarte öffnen. Na gut. Okay, Oberfläche. Was haben wir denn da? Sprechername anzeigen. Nö. Was heißt das? Mittel. Hell, dunkel, mittel. Okay. Text und Sprache. Text Deutsch. Textdialoge. Nur Dialoge? Nur Text? Text und Dialoge. Nur Text? Text und Dialoge. Okay, lassen wir das so. Soundeffekte, Untertitel. Nee. Was bisher geschah, Funktion. Writers Cut, mehr Geschwafel, schlechteres Erzähltempo. Nee, das will ich nicht. Das kann man mal machen, wenn man es vielleicht ein zweites Mal durchspielt. Textgeschwindigkeit, ja, kann man auch mittel lassen. Na gut, mehr gibt's hier nicht zum Einstellen.
Hey, wanna see my mighty pirate scrapbook? It's filled with my adventures.
Okay, warte mal. Warte mal. Hell? Dunkel. Ne, dann machen wir mal hell. Keiner. Ah, keiner geht auch. Okay, dann machen wir das.
Hey, wanna see my mighty pirate scrapbook? It's filled with my adventures.
Ja, gerne.
Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be a mighty pirate. That's me, Guybrush Threepwood. In the old days, you became a pirate by completing 3 trials to prove your worth. Treasure hunting is important for any pirate. Mastering sword fighting was more a matter of wits than agility. This is when I met Elaine, the love of my life. She was governor at the time. The pirate leaders were in charge of the 3 trials, acting as judge, jury, executioner, and devoted grog tasters. The test of thievery involved breaking into the governor's mansion. The security was heavy. Things took an unexpected turn while I was working on the 3 trials. Elaine was kidnapped and taken to Monkey Island by the nefarious ghost pirate LeChuck. I scraped together a crew. Carla, Otis, and Meathook joined me on my voyage to Monkey Island to save Elaine. LeChuck thought he was in love with Elaine. My first ship was the Sea Monkey. I bought it at Stan's used ships with a letter of credit that I, sort of falsified. Monkey Island was a steaming volcanic mystery, covered with jungle and not found on any map. There were some people living there who claimed to be cannibals, but I think it was just a show for the tourists. You had to brew a special potion just to find Monkey Island. I made some substitutions, but it got us there just the same. On the island was a gigantic monkey head statue with hidden catacombs underneath. The monkey head opened with a special key that you stuck in its ear. I met an old castaway there, Herman Toothrot. He and the locals wrote a lot of indignant letters to each other. LeChuck's ghostly ship was anchored in a lake of lava hidden beneath the island's surface. We wound up back on Melee Island for the stunning conclusion to my first big adventure. I made it to the church just in time to stop the wedding. Or so I thought. It turned out Elaine already had everything under control. How does she do that? I defeated LeChuck and he basically exploded. It was the beginning of something magical. These are from the time I went to find the treasure of Big Whoop. I met my good friend Wally, who makes maps, and I stole his monocle. Good times. The map to the treasure had been torn into 4 pieces, which, let's face it, is about as piratey as it gets. the mysterious voodoo lady at the International House of Mojo taught me to make a voodoo doll, which came in handy more than once. Elaine always seems to know when I need her.
Okay, das finde ich eigentlich ganz schön, weil das haben sie so ein bisschen dem Remake angepasst, oder? So vom Aussehen.
Again, it came down to just me and LeChuck at the end. He was using magic, but then, so was I. One time, Elaine got turned into a statue. Well, LeChuck was behind it, of course. That guy never gives up. The fact that he turned her into a statue tells me LeChuck doesn't really love Elaine. He thinks of her as furniture. I erupted a volcano on purpose. There's not a lot I wouldn't do for Elaine. It was around this time that I met Murray, the allegedly all-powerful demonic skull, after a rousing sea battle. Things backfired on LeChuck because Elaine and I got married when it was all over. Game, set, matchmaker. I got buried alive. This was a great day. Though in retrospect, we shouldn't have had the scum bar handle the catering. This is the daisy we stomped on together. Wedding traditions are weird. It's either Elaine's wedding veil or my handkerchief. We got them to match. I wrote a great haiku for the wedding invitation. I don't know why you have to have candy-coated almonds at a wedding, but apparently you do.
Ja, das ist bei vielen Traditionen.
Elaine and me together forever. The daggers are symbolic of cutting through troubles, I think. Oh man, this was that crazy time LeChuck teamed up with an Australian billionaire and tried to use a mystical talisman to make Elaine his bride.
Okay, ist das jetzt der 4. Teil? Also der inoffizielle 4. Teil? Weil den habe ich nie gespielt, weil der so kacke zum Spielen war.
The ultimate insult wasn't really ultimate, or even an insult at all. Or was it? Everything started because they thought Elaine was dead, so they held an election to replace her. LeChuck and I battled it out on a grand scale that time. I made a goofy monster out of prosthetic body parts. It didn't help with anything, but I had fun doing it. Then there was the time I accidentally let loose LeChuck's pox over the entire Caribbean. Or so it seemed. I had to wear a hook for a while. It came in handy. The death card doesn't usually represent literal physical death, except when it does. I went on trial for my life on 4 separate charges. I defended myself, of course. Oh, here's that voodoo doll from the end of my Big Whoop adventure. I defeated LeChuck with this. His leg came off as easy as tearing a loaf of bread.
Notiz an mich selbst. Mehr Papier für den Rest meiner Abenteuer besorgen. Okay. Nice. Okay, war ein schöner Rückblick. Gut, dann fangen wir einfach mal an. Jetzt weiß ich nicht, nehme ich den einfachen Modus oder den schweren Modus. Mehr Rätsel, schwere Rätsel, einfach affenstark. Für den Profi-Abenteuerspieler, der alles will. Ich will eigentlich alles. Aber ich habe auch keinen Bock, da ewig rumzuhängen an einem Rätsel. Die ganze Geschichte und der ganze Spaß, aber mit gelegentlichen Rätseln für den vielbeschäftigten Spieler. Eieiei, ich weiß es nicht. Okay, wir hauen in den einfachen Modus rein. Ich denke, das ist für das Let's Play besser. Auftakt. Eine unerwartete Geschichte beginnt.
Take this, LeChuck! Guybrush, come over here. Gently now. Remove my mask. Will you promise to stop picking on me? All right, I promise. Anything. Just put my leg back on.
Hey, you kids. You're not supposed to be in here.
What's next?
Let's goof on those two. Pretend they're our parents.
Yeah! Sorry we ran off. You were probably worried about murderers and ne'er-do-wells.
Don't worry, I found him.
Come on, let's go.
Let's pretend I have powers that make lightning come out of my eyes.
It's so lifelike.
I wonder if it's real. Sorry, boys, could you stop following us? It's creepy.
Yes, sir. Come on. I saw a scurvy dog shack back there.
Scurvy dogs. I've never had one of those.
No way. You have to try one. It's the best thing you'll ever eat in your life. No fooling.
Wow. What should we do next?
We gotta get to scurvy dogs. I can't believe you never had one.
Okay, wir haben also eine To-Do-Liste, ja. Ich weiß nicht, ob die Schrift mir ein bisschen zu groß ist.
They put it on a leg to keep you from walking off with it. I'll bring this right back, sir.
You'd be wise to do that. I got the leg from the last kid who didn't bring back the key.
It unlocks the outhouse outside. It says, return outhouse key when finished, or else.
Okay, das ist schon ein bisschen alles groß hier, ne? Ich glaube, ich mache das... Sorry, aber ich mache das ein bisschen kleiner, wenn das geht. Textgeschwindigkeit? Nee. Geht es nicht kleiner? Okay, Oberfläche. Okay, machen wir alles mal einfach kleiner. Ich glaube, so ist besser,
I
ne?
once got a scurvy dog that was bigger than my head.
Es ist groß genug noch, aber es ist ein bisschen kleiner.
How much are the scurvy dogs?
Scurvy dogs are only a half piece of 8. That's money that grown-ups use.
I know what a piece of 8 is. Can we get a couple of scurvy dogs?
Sure, if you give me a piece of 8.
Please? Can't you spare something for a couple of hungry kids?
Listen up, you little moocher. Let me tell you something. I don't like kids. I'm an honest businessman trying to make an honest living. I don't need 50 kids a day coming in and wasting my time trying to get me to give them free food.
I guess never mind.
Okay, wir
Hey,
brauchen
I know.
also
Let's
8.
look for change in the outhouse across the way. Coins fall out of people's pockets when they sit down in there.
Okay, okay. Also wir brauchen 8 Goldstücke.
Some places you go have scurvy dogs with cheese inside.
Can we get some chicken foot fries?
You got 2 pieces of 8?
Okay,
No.
2 Goldstücke.
And no fries.
Ein Grog.
Can we get a mug of grog, please?
Grog's for grown-ups. Beat it.
Sounds real. Hey, Chucky, get ready to run. I guess they don't like visitors.
Let's go next door and get scurvy dogs.
Wakey, wakey, Mr. Pirate. Hello? Phil!
Ha! He's dead to the world.
What should we do next?
Let's look for change in the outhouse. Maybe we can find enough to get scurvy dogs.
The
words don't look like words, but there's a picture of a scurvy dog.
Chucky fesseln.
Chucky, stand over here for a minute.
Nah, I want to get scurvy dogs.
Exhibit removed. Aww. Smells like grog. Let's not go back there again. We'll just get yelled at.
Yeah, let's get scurvy dogs instead. I'm hungry.
It's locked. Good thing I've got the key in my pocket.
Good, you unlocked it.
Gott, wie lecker.
I don't see any coins, and I'm not putting my hands in that.
I once had the hiccups for 4 days straight.
Ugh, what is this stuff? Smells the same as the toilet. Please wash hands before leaving outhouse. Gross. It isn't a piece of 8, but it's a round piece of metal about the same size and shape as a piece of 8.
That's called a slug. It's like a fake coin.
A fake coin is almost as good as a real coin.
Did you know you can keep a scurvy dog warm by sticking it in your armpit?
Chucky, why don't you look in the toilet?
No way. You do it.
Okay. Ugh. Gross. It looks like a piece of 8, if you don't see very well.
Okay, wenn man nicht gut genug schaut oder sehen kann. Hatte der eine Brille auf? Ich glaube ja, ne? Warte mal.
In France, they call it...
You kids better have money.
Yeah, we've got all kinds of money.
Wähle deine Antwort aus den unten stehenden Optionen aus.
Can we get a couple of scurvy dogs?
Sure, if you give me a piece of 8.
What can we get with this?
Tastes like a piece of 8. Enough for a couple of scurvy dogs if you want.
Perfect!
Take 'em, boy.
What are you getting?
What?
Just kidding. Here's yours.
Igitt.
This is the perfect food. What do you want to do now?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Ich weiß nicht. Gucken wir mal weiter dahintere.
I can stand on my head without using my hands. That's my friend Dee. Hey, Dee.
Hey, Chucky, what are you jerk faces up to?
We just got here.
I'm making a list of stuff to do.
Give me that. I'm an expert planner. There. Perfect. See you around the park, shitheads.
Herumalbern und erkunden. Den Anker ansehen, Chuck in einen Rennen schlagen, die Ente füttern, etwas Soße zu meinem Scurvy Dog hinzufügen, Schwertkampf üben, ein 4-blättriges Kleeblatt finden, sich etwas am Wunschbrunnen wünschen, unsere echten Eltern finden. Du kannst auch T drücken, um deine To-Do-Liste zu öffnen. Na gut.
I want to say 2.
That's a cool anchor.
That just shows how little you know about anchors. This one's not a very good example. You'd know that if you read as much about anchors as I have. Did you know that anchors originally weren't designed to hold ships in place? They were used in combat, shot from cannons as a grapple when you were trying to board another ship. They started making them bigger and bigger because they would do more damage that way. Then, people noticed what happened when you missed the other ship and hit the sea bottom instead. The current bow-shaped design is actually less effective than the sharper V-shaped design that was popular last century. But the older design went out of fashion after sailors started to think the letter V was bad luck. You can still find the old kind around sometimes, but collectors have grabbed most of them. On a modern anchor, if you look close, you can tell that one side is a little larger than the other. That's to prevent what's called plummeting, where the anchor goes down too evenly and then it doesn't catch well on the bottom. The little flanges at the tips are at different angles to make it twist on the way down for the same reason. Most anchors these days are made of iron, and you have to recast them like twice a year because they rust. About 30 years ago, somebody thought of a way to get around that by making them out of wood instead. All kinds of people invested a lot of money in these wooden anchor companies. But the only way they could keep them from floating was to attach another anchor. And so they gave up and went back to the old way. The word anchor comes from the Sanskrit word nagara, meaning city. They're called that because when you stop in the middle of the ocean, it's like you've made port at an invisible city. Yeah, I'm kind of an expert on anchors. I read a lot.
Okay, wenn du etwas verpasst hast, kannst du drücken, um die vorigen Zeilen zu sehen. Hä? Was ist denn das für ein Zeichen? Bitteschön. Okay, es ist Komma. Okay. Alles klar. Jetzt fängt mein Nachbar an, hier rumzubohren. Das ist doch jetzt echt nicht euer Ernst, oder? Ich hoffe, man hört es nicht wirklich auf der Aufnahme.
Hey, Chucky, wanna race?
You're on.
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1, go!
I win!
Okay, abgehakt. Wir nehmen etwas Brot und füttern die Ente.
Hands off.
Habe ich Brot? Nee, habe ich nicht. Okay, dann füttern wir doch damit die Ente.
I have an extra tooth and
I'm saving this scurvy dog for myself. What's this red glob on the ground?
that's ketchup. It's supposed to be really good with scurvy dogs.
Okay, Leute, ich muss hier einen Cut machen. Die ist gerade so laut, die Nachbarin. Es tut mir leid. Gleich wieder da. So, da sind wir wieder. Ich hoffe, der Nachbar gibt jetzt Ruhe. Ketchup.
You should put that on your scurvy dog.
Ja, können wir machen. Okay. So, wir brauchen dieses Brot. Wir müssen die irgendwie ablenken. Aber wie?
I can stand on my head without using my hands.
Schwertkampf üben. Okay, das steht auch auf der To-Do-Liste.
Do you want a sword fight with me?
Ja.
You don't look very challenging.
Do you want a sword fight with me?
You don't look very challenging.
Okay. Geht anscheinend nicht.
I once got a
Do not pick the 4-leaf clovers. As if. Let's look for a 4-leaf clover.
Okay.
Good luck with that.
Halte die Tabulator-Taste gedrückt, um Objekte zu markieren. Was ist denn die Tabulator-Taste? Keine Ahnung. Geht auch so. Okay.
Awesome.
There was still one left? Darn.
Okay, zeig mal die To-Do-Liste. Also, müssen wir noch Schwertkampf üben. Wunschbrunnen. Enten füttern. Okay. Wo ist denn hier ein Wunschbrunnen?
I should find a coin to throw in.
Bevor du deinen Wunsch aufbrauchst, solltest du vielleicht das Spiel speichern, damit du deinen Spielstand laden und einen anderen Wunsch ausprobieren kannst. Okay, dann machen wir das mal. Ich wünsche, Chucky hätte einen Schnauzbart. Ich wünsche, die würde verschwinden. Ich wünsche mir eine coole Pflanze. Ich wünsche mir noch einen Kirby Dog. Ich wünschte, wir könnten rückwärts sprechen. Na, ich will den
I wish
Schnauzbart.
Chucky had a mustache.
Ah! Whoa!
Okay, aber ich glaube, wir brauchen hier nicht, oder?
Are we done
Das noch mal
here?
machen,
We
oder?
might not be able to come back if we head this way.
Ja, okay. Ich hab's verstanden. Okay, ich muss sie noch irgendwie ablenken hier.
Excuse me,
Yes?
Könnte ich ein bisschen Brot haben?
could we have some of your bread to feed the duck?
I don't think so. We brought it for ourselves.
Du bist eine Zicke.
Excuse me,
Yes?
will you pretend to be our parents again?
What do you mean, again?
Run along and find your real parents.
Some places you go have scurvy dogs with cheese inside. This place is fun.
I wonder what's in that basket.
Let's find out.
What do you think you're doing? Kids these days have no regard for personal property.
And no respect for your elders.
I have half a mind to give you a piece of my mind.
And I've got the other half.
Blah, blah, blah.
Gotta run.
How rude.
Okay, Ablenkung ist also das Motto hier. Schwertkampf üben.
Let's be frank. You can never hope to beat me.
No way! You'll never catch up to my level.
I win.
I win.
You guys are both pretty weak.
Well, anyway, that was fun.
In France, they call a scurvy dog a chien scorbut.
Okay, unsere echten Eltern finden. Na gut. Also ich glaube, jetzt muss ich aber hier raus, oder?
Hey, Dad.
Hello, Mr. Threepwood.
Hey, kids. Having fun?
Yeah,
We got scurvy dogs.
Those have toenails and stuff in them. Ugh, I read about it.
and we were playing your adventures. We just did Big Whoop.
Big whoop. Oh, boy. That takes me back.
I like it when Chucky asks me to put his leg back on. He says it really funny.
You guys always make up the craziest stuff for the ending of that story.
It's fun.
But you can't just change it around. That's not how storytelling works.
A lot of your stories don't feel like they're finished at the end.
What do you mean?
Well, like, there's this one that you call The Secret of Monkey Island, where you went to Monkey Island and fought LeChuck.
Oh, that story has a great ending. There's punching and fireworks. I thought you liked that one.
But you never did find the secret. Not the real one.
Sure, but that's not what that story was about. Kids, let me tell you a story that is about finding the secret of Monkey Island.
Is this a long story?
I think maybe I gotta go use the bathroom or something.
Yeah, I have to go walk my tarantula.
Maybe I should go with them.
No, stick around. This is a good one. See, there was a rumor going around that my old nemesis, LeChuck, had somehow discovered the exact location of the secret of Monkey Island. I knew I had to get it before he did, so I went to Melee to get my own expedition started and beat him to the punch.
Tief in der Karibik. Die Insel Melee Island. Teil 1. Ein freundlicher Ort.
Feels good to be back on Melee Island, the hub of pirating in the Caribbean, where every good expedition begins. I'll see some old pals and get things rolling. Or sailing in this case. Hi, I'm Guybrush Threepwood. Remember me?
Haven't seen you in a while, Threepwood. What have you been up to?
Oh, you know, freebooting mostly, swashbuckles and so on. But now I'm getting an expedition together to find the secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, you're sailing with LeChuck.
What? LeChuck's here in Melee? Is there widespread panic? Are people evacuating?
He doesn't seem interested in carnage at the moment. Ship's just here taking on supplies and crew, as far as I can tell.
Well, anyway, no, I'm not sailing with LeChuck. You know my history with him. LeChuck kidnapped my wife. He's always had designs on her. I sailed to Monkey Island to find them and get her back.
Oh, I thought you weren't married yet when that happened. And didn't she more or less rescue herself?
That's not the point. He's an evil zombie ghost pirate, terror of the seas, and sometimes the land. A nefarious, conniving, murdering scallywag. A depraved, ruthless villain. And a loud talker. And I'm not those things.
They say opposites attract, but what do I know?
We've been enemies for my whole career. Everywhere I go, there he is. He plagues me. He's my nemesis.
Funny. He said the same thing about you.
That guy steals all my best ideas.
Are you sure it isn't the other way around? Seems like he was here first.
I don't know how he found out, but I'm sure he's just doing this to get one up on me. I'm mounting my own voyage. Mine.
Well, you'd better get cracking then. LeChuck's loading up on the outer dock as we speak.
Well, I'm gonna hire a ship and a crew and beat him to the punch. Just as soon as I can get someone to back the venture. I'm a little short on funds at the moment.
In that case, you'll want to go talk to the pirate leaders at the Scum Bar.
Exactly. That's why I came to Melee. It'll be great to see those old guys again. We'll knock back a grog and hash out the details.
Scum Bar, by the docks. Long table in the back.
I know where I'm going.
We'll see.
I could stare at this forever, but that wouldn't be much fun for you. I detect a certain resemblance here.
Yes, it looks a lot like an owl, doesn't it?
Okay.
Re-elect Governor Carla.
An den Docks entlang schlendern. Okay, wir gucken erstmal hier ein bisschen. Ja, komm, machen wir gleich.
I'll talk to the pirate leaders before I go see what LeChuck is up
Okay.
to.
Gut, dann nicht. Die Scum Bar.
I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back.
I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back.
Looks like a circus act. Maybe.
Oh, vielleicht kommen ja auch nochmal die Fettuccini Brothers.
Have you seen the pirate leaders around? This is their table. In fact, you'd probably better move. You don't want to get caught sitting here.
It's our table, Rummy.
We're the pirate leaders. Get lost.
I hadn't heard there was a change of leadership.
Oh no. Did nobody remember to notify you? Maybe your party invite got lost in the mail.
Where are the three older guys who used to hold court here?
Who cares?
Probably crying in an alley somewhere, wishing they were still relevant.
Making up trials for each other and writing memoirs that no one will read.
Is it you I should talk to about financing an expedition?
An expedition? Who is it that you think you are, exactly?
I'm Guybrush Threepwood. Probably you've heard of me.
Probably not.
Permission to slaughter the annoying old wastrel man, Captain Madison.
Wait, it was Captain Madison? She's like famous! I've got her on a trading card. Her plunder stats are amazing!
Plunder stats aren't everything.
Then the others were Captain Lila and Captain Trent. It was Lila who threatened to kill you?
Look, they weren't that great, okay? Listen to the story.
Want me to slaughter him?
Don't bother. He's just a harmless hack who thinks he has a good idea for a pirate raid.
It's not exactly a raid.
What else would we be interested in?
I'm going to find the secret of Monkey Island.
You're wasting our time.
The secret? I didn't think that was even a real thing.
It's a prize of incalculable monetary value.
I don't know about incalculable. Quick, who can count to 0 the fastest?
Okay, I'm sensing some reluctance, but hear me out. Would you at least consider advancing me some funds? It's a surefire investment. Triple your money or your money back.
Not interested.
I could make it worth your while to help me hire a crew. The percentage of their earnings or something?
No one in here wants to chase your pipe dream.
Could you at least point me towards an available ship?
You don't even have a ship?
You're really up a creek.
Up a creek without a ship.
If you don't take this opportunity, LeChuck will grab it.
LeChuck?
Yes, the dreaded zombie ghost pirate LeChuck himself is also going after the secret. He's here in Melee getting ready right now. If that doesn't prove it's a worthwhile venture, I don't know what else to tell you.
Great. Problem solved.
Excellent. You'll do it.
No, of course not. Why waste money on an expedition when you can just join the one that's already going?
Have fun with your scary ghost friend. Bye-bye.
Well, the slight problem with that idea is that LeChuck and I are basically mortal enemies. Fine. I don't need you or your money. I can do this on my own. If I can't buy a ship, I'll steal one. I'm a pirate. I'll find a way to get to Monkey Island no matter what it takes. I like the old pirate leaders better.
Okay, ich wollte eigentlich noch mal in die Küche. Quizbuch.
It's a book for storing collectible trivia cards. Looks like someone just left it here unattended.
Im hinteren Teil der Scamba ist die Küche. Okay, ist das ein Quiz oder was? Das finde ich ja cool. Okay. Was gibt's denn hier noch? Okay, ich gehe erstmal in die Küche. Ups. Okay, das war nicht gut.
Guybrush Threepwood, as I live and breathe, how have you been?
Peachy.
How's Elaine? She was always my favorite governor. Also, she covered your tab when you stopped coming in.
She's good. No pieces missing.
Kids yet?
Whoa, easy there, Tiger. I'm still in my juvenile phase myself. That's what Elaine says anyway.
Well, tell her I say hello.
The atmosphere in the bar is different than it used to be.
Yeah, I don't like it, but I've got to cater to the new crowd. Everything changes, Guybrush.
But the roaches stay the same.
I've missed your wit. And your low alcohol tolerance.
Hey. Those new pirate leaders seem like real jerks. Why do you even let them in the bar?
Well, they've driven off my old regulars, so I don't have a lot of choice if I want to stay in business. Also, if I tried to get them to leave, they'd probably cut me up and throw me in the soup. Frankly, I'm terrified of them. On the plus side, they have more disposable income and better hygiene than the old crowd.
Did I mention I'm going to find the secret of Monkey Island?
No, I don't think you did. Well, that's exciting. So you'll be hiring a ship at the docks?
I'm thinking I'll steal one.
As far as I know, the only ship out there is LeChuck's.
Even better. 2 birds with 1 stone.
Bold. I like your thinking.
Ooh, I think I hear the health inspector.
What? Where?
Just kidding. That joke never gets old. Keep up the good work.
Thanks. Will do.
Active little guys, aren't they? Looks like a mugshot. Well, it's definitely a mop. Will you advance me the down payment on a ship if I help you clean up?
Put that down before you hurt yourself.
What?
Clearly, there's a lot you don't know about mops.
Honestly, I think I prefer to keep it that way. It's amazing what you can achieve if you put your mind to it. And you have a packet of stick-on stars. The food is more exciting when you can smell the risk. Ugh, I remember that stench as if it were yesterday. The plaque says, "In memory of looming seagulls of old." I think someone tried to secure a boat with this.
Okay, können wir noch irgendwas hier machen? Erstmal nicht, glaube ich, oder?
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island.
Ha! It'll turn out to be a t-shirt or something.
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island.
Don't sound much like pirating to me.
Don't look now, but I think there's a leech on your chin.
Buzz off.
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island.
Good for you.
War da gerade noch was an der Tür? Nee, rausgehen. Okay. Gut, dann flanieren wir mal ein bisschen. The ship?
How clever. Expedition to fabled Monkey Island. Crew positions available. Serve under LeChuck, the most fearsome pirate on the 8 seas. Equal opportunity employer. Inquire here.
Looking for a job? Step this way.
The clipboard in your hand says you're the quartermaster.
The crew says I'm the quartermaster. Clipboard doesn't get a vote. You look like a guy without many options. You want a job? I'm short a swabby. LeChuck's an equal opportunity employer. Even humans are mostly tolerated.
Absolutely. I'd love to be a swabby. Swabbing is one of my favorite things in the whole world. The restful, mindless repetition, the delicate scent of old soapy water, the proud satisfaction of a sparkling plank.
Okay. Save the strokes for the decks. The only requirement is that you bring your own mop. If you've got a mop, the job is... Hey, wait a minute. What's your name, sailor?
Smith. John Smith.
Smith. John Smith.
Uh-huh. LeChuck gave me a blacklist, and you're on it. In fact, you are the blacklist. I'm sorry. Can't hire you. You're obviously Guybrush Threepwood.
Okay.
Well, that's a slight hitch.
Ja,
I'm
ich brauche einen Mob.
confused. Didn't you say you were gonna get your own ship?
Yes, but then suddenly I thought, why bother? I wanted a ship and a crew. Here was a ship and a crew. Ripe for the taking. All I had to do was get on board, wait for the right moment, and strike.
Strike?
Mutiny the crew, seize the ship. Be a pirate.
Except they wouldn't hire you because they knew who you were.
Yeah, that was a problem. Also, I needed a mop.
Ein Mob und eine Verkleidung.
I hope this isn't one of those party cruises. Say what you want about my evil, horrible nemesis LeChuck, but he does know how to stock a ship. No parking of demonic, ghostly, or undead vessels or scooters. Tuesdays 3 to 4. Looks like this is going to be a long journey.
Okay, ich muss irgendwie an diesen Mob rankommen. Und vielleicht brauche ich ein Bad oder so.
Why was Wally in such a hurry? He wouldn't sell us out to Madison, would he?
I believe he needed to relieve the pressure upon him in a different way.
Elaine?
Guybrush! Wait, are you going to tell a mushy part now?
A little, but I can skip over the hugs and kisses. Elaine!
Guybrush!
I was hoping you'd turn up in this story.
I was hoping you'd turn up in mine.
How's your scurvy prevention project?
It's great! We're going to get a lot of limes to a lot of sailors and save a lot of lives. I've got to come up with a way to deal with Captain Madison, though. The pressure she's putting on the town is making it hard for social programs like mine.
You won't believe how I'm getting to Monkey Island.
I've known you a long time. Try me.
I'm planning to sign on to LeChuck's crew, mutiny them, and take the ship.
Oh, dear. Isn't there an easier way?
Oh, trust me, that is the easy way. Sounds like we both met Captain Madison.
I don't like her. She's the one who pushed to shut down the shipyard.
She doesn't understand the value of the secret of Monkey Island.
She laughed at me.
Me too.
Obviously, the woman has no taste and a lousy sense of humor.
I feel better just talking to you.
Me too.
You've probably got to get going.
You say goodbye first.
No, you say bye 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 first.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
The problem with this statue is it's not a statue of Elaine, the best ever governor of Melee. Honoring Melee Island's 27th governor, Carlo the Swordmaster. Frankly, we were afraid not to. It's Elaine's flyer about how limes combat scurvy. It's important, but boring. I've never once made it all the way to the end. Elaine would kill me if she caught me pulling down her flyers. They're having a half-off sale.
Mir fällt jetzt gerade erst auf, dass auch hier die Schrift überall auf Deutsch ist. Cool.
Well, the voodoo here must be authentic, culturally, and historically accurate. The sign says so. Going out of business? This place is an institution. Property foreclosed by order of Madison Enterprises. Oh, this was my favorite novelty store. Oh, yeah, that clock has been broken for decades now. What kind of person would just paint on a wall like that? Elaine would never have stood for this when she was governor. This place has kind of gone downhill. Looks like Wally's got a new place in Melee. I hope he's not still sore about the monocle.
Okay, also hier ist Wallys Laden und hier ist die Voodoo Lady. Gehen wir erstmal da rein.
Ah, the International House of Mojo. This place hasn't changed in years.
Welcome, Guybrush Threepwood.
nice to see you again.
I have been waiting for you.
You mean...
Fate ordained that you would be here several minutes ago. Only you can manage to be late, even when you are fated to arrive.
It's a gift.
Allow me to seek knowledge on your behalf.
Will it cost me anything?
Pride, free will. Not much. The way to the secret is like a serpent which swallows itself. Many obstacles lie ahead.
Serpent, obstacles, got it.
You must walk the path. Yet you have already walked the path.
And now I'm going back again.
When you are unsure of the way forward, open this book for guidance on what is to come.
It can tell me my future?
In a way. Think of it as a book of hints.
What is it really?
A book of hints. Use it wisely. To know too much diminishes the voyage.
Neat. Thanks.
No charge.
This is a neat symbol. What does it mean?
That used to contain magical disguises. But alas, they have all gone.
Yeah, it's too bad you're sold out. A magic disguise seems really useful.
There's always the famous eye patch of John Laney at the museum. I'm sure the magic has worn off by now, but I believe I could restore its abilities.
Okay, wir brauchen also diese Augenklappe.
An empty basket. I should have gotten here last month. Too bad it's empty. Do you do gift wrapping?
We're out of wrapping paper, unless you'd like it wrapped in the skin of a lizard.
No thanks. It's a creepy shrunken head with long, stringy hair. I didn't know these were a voodoo thing.
They're not. But the tourists like them.
It says everything must go, but it says it with numbers. What's this thing?
It's a forgiveness frog. When no apology will do, give the forgiveness frog. It's like a card, only much better because it's a frog.
I've never heard of that before. Are you sure it's real voodoo?
No comment. It works. Trust me.
I'll take this forgiveness frog.
It can help someone forgive even very old transgressions.
Pointy.
It is a non-magical ceremonial knife. Very sharp indeed.
Oh, I'd like this knife.
An excellent choice. I will need you to verbally agree to a release of liability.
Okay.
This product is not to be used in the commission of any crime, including vandalism, jailbreak, and theft of ancient priceless artifacts.
No problem.
Threatening, frightening, stabbing, shaving, or manicuring yourself or another person are likewise considered outside the scope of acceptable use.
Oh, okay, I guess.
The product is not balanced for throwing. Throwing the product violates these terms and will invalidate the warranty. Whittling, scrimshaw, mumbledy-peg, juggling, and any tricks involving stacking or balancing the product may cause serious injury and should not be attempted by unlicensed persons.
Uh-huh.
Use with breads, spreads, bedspreads, or thread may damage the product. If damaged, the product should not be used. Product is sharp and should not be carried in a pocket, coat, belt, hatband, handbag, shoulder holster, or sheath. At all times, keep the product away from children, pets, the aged or infirm, clowns, pirates, and adults. Where possible, it should be locked securely in a vault. The manufacturer accepts no responsibility for the consequences of any use or misuse of this product. By verbally assenting to these terms, purchaser hereby assumes all liability, past, present, and future, throughout this and all possible and impossible universes.
Oh, is this where I say yes?
Yes.
Yes. Is there anything I am allowed to do with it?
I am not able to answer that question, as it could create a liability issue.
Keep up the good work, buddy. A crystal. Yeah, this isn't that kind of game. Everything's spilled out of it in a puddle. Not for me. Looks like it's been there forever. Someone's very excited I'm looking at this sign. Green, half off. Blue, half of half off. Yellow, half of half of half off. Orange, aren't you glad you're here? The curtains are for sale too?
Everything goes. They'd make a great dress.
It's an unusual safe with 5 keyholes.
Alas, the safe is not for sale. It has been placed with me for safekeeping.
I'd need a lot of keys to open that.
Okay, kann man diese Schlüssel eventuell finden? Gehen wir erstmal raus. Gehen wir mal zu Wally.
Hey, Wally!
Well, 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 look what the surf washed ashore. It's Guybrush Threepwood.
Nice to see you again too, Wally. Whatever your last name is.
I spent years in therapy getting over being burned, blinded, blown up, abandoned, and marooned because of you.
Yeah, good times, huh?
You're lucky I'm past all that and am running the best map shop within the Caribbean and beyond.
I'm looking for a mop.
This is maps and more, not mops and more.
Well, I was hoping the and more might include mops.
Well, it doesn't. Try asking the cook over at the bar where he got his.
You wouldn't happen to have a map to the secret of Monkey Island.
Funny you should ask. I recently made one on commission, but then they destroyed all my source material. It is the only one in existence. Best of luck to you.
You have a lot of maps in here.
We've got so many, you need a map to find them all. Haha, a little cartographer humor.
Yeah, I'd forgotten how funny it was. Looks like the shop across the way is in trouble.
The high-stakes, ego-driven world of pirating is changing, and dark magic is taking over. Voodoo magic is fun and all, but it's not what the new generation wants. Me? I'm on the bleeding edge and making a bundle. I'm about to franchise.
The town seems to be pretty run down.
Since Captain Madison made Melee her base of operations, people have been complaining. They say she brings a bad element to town, but that bad element spends a lot of money on maps. So, what am I supposed to do?
Do what's right?
I am. I'm doing what's right for Wally.
It's great to see you landed on your feet after all these years.
Business has been booming with all these new dark magic pirates. Captain Madison has me on a lucrative retainer. She pays extra for a bunch of wacky symbols I just make up.
I'll let you get back to cartographing.
That's not a real word.
Uh-huh. They're like glasses, only way less convenient. Ooh, look behind you! A 3-headed monkey!
Oh, please take one. I use them to promote my business. See, it says maps and more on the edge.
Thanks. It's a map on a fan. What'll they think of next? This must be Trouser Island.
Actually, Mr. Threepwood, it's...
Yep, Trouser Island. I had a map like this once, but I sailed left. It's maps wrapped in maps. I didn't know you could do that. That looks like a treacherous voyage. It says, rating, Cursed Black Diamond. The first rule of piracy is, never buy a used treasure map. Hey, Wally, what's with the window ladder?
I use it to keep an eye on the neighbors.
Well, it's good to have a hobby. Ooh, this one looks nice. How much is it?
Oh, that one? Too much.
Hey, Wally, what's in these boxes?
Maps.
Good old mazes. Can't get enough mazes. Huh, never seen one of those before. I try to steer clear of sea monsters myself. Somewhat understated and somewhat overpriced. It looks expensive. And shiny. I like shiny. Wally, can I have one of these maps?
Absolutely. If you pay for it.
Never mind. What's this a map of?
The secret movements and activities of my competitors.
That sounds reasonable. This map shows both sides of the globe.
It's twice the value.
It's a long, small map of somewhere far, far away. Whew, looks chilly up there. Hey, Wally. So the lookout is still kicking?
Yep.
I appreciate that Wally hasn't traded it in for a new model just because it's been around the block once or twice. I feel very strongly about that for some reason. Ooh, those look fancy.
The finest tools to make the finest maps.
Ooh, those look fancy.
The finest tools to make the finest maps.
I didn't know you made globes, too.
I don't. This is for reference. It's got all the latest continents.
Okay, ich glaube, das war's hier. Gehen wir mal weiter raus. Habe ich jetzt hier eine Karte genommen? Okay, was steht denn eigentlich auf der To-Do-Liste? Beitreten, Problem. Quartiermeister erkennt mich und heuert mich nicht an. Mob besorgen. Mit Chuck bei der ersten Gelegenheit übernehmen. Das Geheimnis von Monkey Island finden. Okay. Quizbuch. Gibt's weitere Quizze? Nee. Oh, nee. Das würde ich nicht benutzen. Monokel.
I've got a few coins for incidentals. This has gotten me out of a lot of scrapes over the years.
Okay, das hat man bekommen als Vorbestellerbonus. Für was das gut sein soll, weiß ich noch nicht.
The voodoo lady said it was a forgiveness frog. It's my very own, very sharp, non-magical ceremonial knife.
Okay, gehen wir einfach mal weiter. In der Zwischenzeit auf LeChucks Schiff.
LeChuck, sir. Just thought I'd pop in and let you know. Preparations to set sail are almost done.
You have all the supplies for the spell to get to Monkey Island?
Check. Squid ink, chickens, brimstone, cinnamon, monkey blood, mint, and an annoying skull.
Well done! Mark yourself down for one less lashing this voyage.
Funny story. Guybrush Threepwood tried to sign on to the crew.
Threepwood? He must be looking for the secret too. That guy steals all my best ideas. Have him killed! Wait! Let him live! I want him to see me sail off for Monkey Island knowing the secret is lost to him forever.
Sure. I want to bring this up one more time. Is searching for this mythical secret of Monkey Island a good idea? Shouldn't we be out terrorizing the high seas, instilling fear, creating mayhem, being more on brand for LeChuck?
I've had enough of you questioning my orders. Finish loading the ship, and whatever you do, don't let Threepwood on board.
Very well.
Okay, das war jetzt aber nicht die originale Synchronstimme, die vorher war.
Hi.
Everybody thinks they know more than the other.
Okay. The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better. The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better. Aww, this is where I risked my neck for Elaine, and she showed me she only needed me to risk my heart. Also, the windows need some work. It seems to be stuck closed. It seems to be stuck closed. It seems to be stuck closed.
Okay, geht nix. Schlosserin. Okay, gehen wir erstmal da rein. Der ist neu, der Laden.
Hi there, newcomer.
Hello. At the end of the plank.
My mother's. Please don't touch it.
I see a peninsula trailing off into small islands, but no X marks the spot.
It's southern Florida. I have family there.
What's this key?
That's for a lockable quiver.
These are nice.
It's a locksmithing test.
Close it all up, and if you get the key out, you pass?
That's the beginner level, yes. The real challenge is to lock the larger box inside the smaller one.
Are these for customers?
Not technically, but please, help yourself. That charming old guy who mans the lookout keeps bringing them for the parrot.
Thanks. I'll just take a few. Handsome-looking parrot.
And also vicious. But it was my mother's favorite.
I see everyone in that portrait has lovely locks.
If you have to make a pun, at least make a good one.
That's an impressive machine.
Yep. This wouldn't be much of a lock shop without a key grinder.
Is that from a famous locksmith band or something?
My mother's band, the Golden Keys. They were named after some actual golden keys that she spent a bunch of time looking for.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Lock Smith.
You're kidding, right?
Nope. And before you ask, yes they did, yes it was, and they really, really wanted me to follow in the family business.
It's really clean in here. Do you have a mop I could use?
I simply don't allow filth to accumulate in the first place. Try somewhere a little less sanitary, like the bar by the docks.
Can you really make keys for stuff? That seems like a magic trick.
Modern locks have serial numbers that tell me all I need to know. No tricks necessary, just information.
It seems wrong that you can make a key from just the serial number.
It's a failsafe, in case people lose their key. You know how people are.
Aren't locks way less secure if all you need is a number to get a new key?
That's why you should never share the serial number with anyone.
What happens if you lose your key and the serial number at the same time?
The numbers are usually engraved on the locks, just in case. And if you lose the lock, chances are you don't need a new key.
Well, what's to stop me reading the serial number on someone else's lock and having a key made?
The numbers are printed small enough that you need a special tool to read them. Only a pro would have a tool like that.
Can I borrow your lock serial number reading tool?
My magnifier? Not a chance. I could be drummed out of the union for that. If you want to play locksmith, you'll have to look elsewhere.
Okay, ich vermute, wir brauchen das, um die Schlösser bei der Voodoo Lady zu knacken.
Tell me again about how to have keys made. It's exciting.
You bring me the serial number from the lock, I make the key.
Okay,
It's pretty
ich habe ja aber
straightforward.
auch den Monokel. Ne?
Who's the old lady in the window across the way?
You mean Whitey Bones. She used to be the undertaker here years ago. Seems to know a lot of things that maybe don't quite fit together.
Ich habe den Monokel. Und wir haben ein Fenster bei Wally. Okay, ich habe da schon eine Idee.
How well do you know Whitey Bones?
Not well at all. But she's been living near my shop for quite a few years. She was across from my old location, too.
But she moved when you moved?
I'm sure it's just a coincidence.
I'm on a quest to find the secret of Monkey Island.
Exciting. The story in my family is that the secret is sort of like a key, one that opens all locks at once.
All at once? Well, how does that work?
No idea. It's just a story. But I guess you'll find out soon enough.
I think I'll browse around a bit.
Try not to touch anything. I've got a system, and I don't like it disrupted.
What's this lock?
That's for hats.
Okay, dann gehen wir noch hier ins Gefängnis.
A visitor! Wait. Guybrush Threepwood?
Otis.
Otis!
Howdy, kid.
And Stan.
Stan.
Otis, old pal. You haven't changed much since I last saw you.
I blame the government.
In fact, didn't we first meet right here?
Not at all. I was in the other cell that time. You look different somehow. New art style?
How nice of you to notice. Big news. I'm going after the secret of Monkey Island.
That sounds fantastic! You know what I remember most about Monkey Island? The time you busted me out of jail right before we went there. I don't cruise ships anymore. But maybe you can still help me out. Like you did all those years ago.
Yeah, I'm sort of planning on hijacking an existing crew instead of recruiting one. But maybe I can spring you anyway, for old time's sake.
I would be most appreciative. A locksmith has opened very conveniently across the way. I am told locksmiths can make keys for things. Things like cell doors.
Imagine that.
Okay, dann ist es vielleicht für hier mit den Schlüsseln.
What did they get you for this time?
I'm a victim of circumstance. Circumstance being that too much attention gets paid to little things that don't hurt anyone, while hard killers roam the streets with pistols and swords.
I notice you didn't say what crime they locked you up for.
It was nothing. I was just picking some flowers.
In the forest?
No, that's illegal. I learned my lesson. I picked them from the governor's garden instead.
Picking flowers from the governor's garden sounds like an unwise choice.
We used to be friends. Sort of. Anyway, they aren't even her flowers. Taxes pay for them. It's public property. I don't know why anyone bothers me about it. I don't hurt anybody.
We'll accept the flowers.
They're annuals. They're doomed anyway. Guybrush, you gotta get me out of here. It's custard night. I don't think I can take that again.
I'll make it my number 3 priority.
Thanks.
It says jail rules. 1. No escaping.
Watch your boots in here, son. It's like a swamp. Without the clean parts.
Hey, Stan.
Hello there, son.
Das ist auch nicht die Stimme von Stan. Schade.
Oh, sorry to see you in jail.
Thank you, son. I appreciate the thought. I'm sorry to see me here as well.
I was really hoping to buy a ship from you.
Well, now, normally, I would do absolutely anything to get you into a comfortable ride right away. But my hands are tied. They're shackled. I can't do it. Not at any price. I'm completely out of inventory. Every ship on the lot was seized by unscrupulous lawyers who don't care about your sailing needs the way I do.
Okay, don't worry about it. I've already got a plan to steal a ship from LeChuck.
Well, if you don't get killed, look me up afterwards. I'll give you a good price for anything that can stay above the waterline. Naturally, it'll have to be store credit until I get back on my feet.
What did you do that got you arrested?
Let me tell you something, son. It's not what a man does that matters, it's who he is. Maybe one day, in a moment of weakness, he crosses a line. But if he's confident about what's in his heart, he can hold his head high. And you know what's in my heart, son?
Blood and goopy stuff?
People. People are in my heart. Anything I may have allegedly done, you can be sure I did it because I care about people.
What exactly did you allegedly do for people that got you arrested?
I gave them what they wanted. Now, naturally, people don't always know that they want the things they want. Sometimes it takes a man with a talent like mine to show them the way. And sometimes people who are jealous of that sort of talent will try to put all sorts of unpleasant labels on it. They use hurtful words like scam and misrepresentation and even fraud. But it's all just marketing, son. As natural as the rocks and the trees and the Malay Island flounder birds. And that's why I'm not worried. I'm awaiting final judgment of the court, but I'm certain I'll be acquitted. They don't hang people for marketing.
Didn't you used to have a law practice or something?
Used to, but I was disbarred for what we former law practitioners call moral turpitude.
Is that a real word?
More or less. It's one of those handy catch-all words that you can use whatever you want because it doesn't mean anything specific.
Would it help if I broke you out of jail?
Now that's a kind offer, it truly is. Warms me to think that you'd do that for your old pal Stan. But I've got to think about the optics. I don't want to damage my case, and escaping from jail doesn't look good at trial. So thanks, but no thanks.
Well, is there anything else I can do for you?
Now that you mention it, there is one thing I've been missing during my time here in this lofty establishment. In all the rush and fuss and document shredding surrounding my arrest, I completely forgot to grab my toothbrush. If you happen to be passing by the shipyard, you might grab it for me. It'll be on my desk in the office.
Sure thing. I'm going after the secret of Monkey Island.
The secret? Boy, that takes me back. But if you're looking for help, you're barking up the wrong enchilada. Just remember, life has no guarantees or warranties. Only jamborees.
Thanks. That's advice. Are you sure you don't want me to break you out?
115%, son, but thanks.
See you later.
Yep.
I think there's some writing on it, but it's too tiny to read. I can read the serial number. I'll write it down so I don't forget. I've got enough to last me. This is the number for the jail cell lock.
How's your day going?
Any writing that was once here has been rubbed away.
Okay, ich will
I
das
don't
nochmal
remember this
zur...
place being so leaky.
They finally installed running water.
Ich will jetzt auf jeden Fall auch nochmal zur Voodoo Lady.
Looks sort of like an eye. I
wissen,
think
ob-
it's a chandelier.
Ob man auch die Nummern auf dem Tresor lesen kann.
Looks like a volcano island with horns that swallowed a basketball. The scrollwork is nice, but there are no numbers here.
Okay, alles klar. Dann war mein Gedanke falsch. Gut, dann gehen wir weiter.
Carla.
Guybrush Threepwood.
Hello, Swordmaster.
Prepare to taste my blade, you washed-up hack.
Let me show you what a hack looks like.
Pretty good, Guybrush. Right on point.
It's nice to see you again.
You too.
You should never have given up being Swordmaster.
Who says I did?
Oh, sorry, I just assumed. Governor seems like a full-time job.
It is. But there's room for overlap if you're creative about it. I heard from your wife. She's coming by to talk about scurvy legislation. I assume you're involved with that somehow?
Lane can handle it. She doesn't need me.
I don't doubt that. But it isn't about what she does or doesn't need. If it isn't about the scurvy project, why are you here?
I'm looking for the secret of Monkey Island.
Good for you. I don't have it.
Elaine says Captain Madison is hurting her scurvy project.
Not the legislative part, just the public funding. The town was in a bind a while back, and that so-and-so, Captain Madison, saw an opportunity. She lent us the cash we needed, but now we're up a creek paying the interest. Things like social programs, waste management, and town maintenance are all on the back burner.
I like that woman less every minute.
You and me both.
Well, the mansion hasn't changed much. Elaine's style is still everywhere. Even the books are hers.
They're my books now, as you well know.
I don't really have anything to say. I just like doing this.
Practice is nice, but I'm busy these days. Governor stuff.
Note to the reader. No disguised secrets are revealed in this book. Can I borrow a book?
You've got a lot of nerve asking that. You never brought back the last book you borrowed. I had to buy another copy. You never even apologized.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm hearing the words, but somehow they aren't helping. I need more than that.
Can I borrow a book?
You never brought back the last book you borrowed. You never even apologized.
I'll pay for it.
I don't need your money.
Okay, dann versuchen wir noch die letzte.
Can I borrow a book?
You never brought back the last book you borrowed. You never even apologized.
I totally forgot.
Of course you did. You think like a cow.
Okay, so wird es nix.
I've always thought this looked like my old ship, the Sea Monkey. Edgy. Ugh, looks like Carla wasn't too keen on getting her portrait done.
Eine Quizkarte. Welche der folgenden Bücher findet sich nicht in Carlas Bücherregal? Okay, ich habe die noch gar nicht alle angeguckt. Endlose Geschichte der Reise, die nicht enden wollte.
I tried to read that once, but I couldn't finish it. It's thicker than I would have imagined.
Okay, Kampfstrategien von der Madison, Barbie LaFlay, John Laney, Schatzkarten, am Ende der Planke. Befindet sich nicht. Voodoo-Tickets. What? Mist. Ist die Karte jetzt weg? Ah, okay, shitty. Ah, schade. Okay. Da war doch nichts mit Voodoo. Schatzkarten, John Laney. Zutaten von... Ah, das wird es vielleicht gewesen sein. Shitty. Okay, na gut. Jetzt wissen wir, wenn was passiert, wenn wir das Quiz falsch machen.
I like your stuffed, guess it's a dog?
Please, take that and throw it away. It was a gift from the Earl of Thickwater, who is a contemptible pig.
It's a lot of work being governor.
Stay out of my bedroom, Threepwood.
I've seen that same painting on a box of frozen instant cereal.
Ja, schon irgendwie.
Elaine told me that's Lauder Neckbeard, second governor of Malay Island. His overly strict morals and overly lax regulatory policies helped make the island what it is today.
Okay, gehen wir mal hinters Haus, da war noch was. Ach, okay. Okay, jetzt sind wir auf der Map. Interessant. Wald. Miethook? Nee, hier ist kein Miethook mehr. Oder vielleicht doch dahin.
Meathook's museum is gone. So is the cable to his island. It's just as well, given the worldwide rubber chicken with a pulley in the middle shortage.
Okay, also wir können in den Wald. Ausguck. Werft. Okay, da können wir hin. Wir können das Zeug von Stan holen. Der Zirkus ist auch nicht mehr da.
Wow, that's worse than I imagined. The assets of this establishment have been seized to settle a class action lawsuit. Have a nice day. It says, Tan's previously owned vessels. So sad. Stan's used to be the best place to buy used ships. I remember when these torches lit up Stan's previously owned vessels like a carnival. There was a time when every mooring would be filled with one of Stan's used ships. It always looks bigger on this side of the island. It's a dried up old sea sponge. Stan used this to clean his ships. It's all rusted out now. There was a time when every mooring would be filled with one of Stan's used ships.
Okay, wie komme ich in das Büro rein?
This used to be such a bright, cheery place. The window's all boarded up, and it's very dark in there. Is that an old toothbrush?
Vielleicht können wir das Messer benutzen.
I don't want to wreck my brand new shiny knife.
Okay. Was haben wir denn noch? Den Schwamm.
It's good for relieving stress.
Seil. Nicht wirklich was zu gebrauchen, ne? Na gut, gehen wir erstmal zurück. Gehen wir mal in den Wald. Da können wir auch noch hin.
Warning. The dark forest ahead is deadly and twisty. Maps are highly recommended. Oh, I used to love these when I was 6. Museum of Pirate Lore. I used to love these when I was 6. Until I got trapped in one for 2 days. I think they're illegal now. Once upon a time, I won a t-shirt right here on the front lawn.
Hi there. Welcome to the Melee Island Museum of Pirate Lore. I'm Conrad, the curator and docent here. The museum showcases the largest collection of pirate memorabilia in the Caribbean. Or on Melee Island at the very least. The provenance of each item has been very carefully researched and fact-checked by myself and my team. Feel free to explore. And if you have any questions, just ask.
Eye patch worn by Captain John Laney, the Pirate of 1,000 Faces.
Ach, das ist die Augenklappe.
There's some very tiny writing on it. Well, the numbers are a little clearer, but still too tiny to read. What was this cinder you've got on the wall?
Oh, that. Yeah, that was an unsent love letter written by Elaine Marley while she was governor of the island.
What? Elaine?
The recipient was referred to only as Plunder Bunny.
That's me!
It was a really touching letter. Unfortunately, I put the candle too close to it.
What did it say? Tell me what she said.
Oh, you know, love letter stuff. Honestly, I don't remember a word of it, but it was touching.
Thanks a lot. That is a really big parrot. Wonder how many hands it's eaten. What do you feed it?
Thieves, mostly.
Good to know. It's a working parrot. I shouldn't bother it. What's the story with the wanted poster?
That is the earliest known wanted poster for Captain Kate Capsize. You can tell how notorious she was by the huge number of crimes listed there. Very impressive. I got it from a collector on Fat Island.
Those are my own crimes, actually. I was pretty much public enemy #1 on Fat Island at the time. I stuck Kate's picture on there so she'd get thrown in jail.
That would never work. Nobody's that clueless in real life.
You don't believe me?
It's not a question of belief.
Never mind. It's not important. What's the significance of the peg leg?
That belonged to the infamous Peg Leg Patty. She used to hide a spare cutlass in it, in case of capture. Sadly, that's the reason she's no longer with us.
That's a nice oar.
The one with the coffin, yeah. The coffin had a lot of water damage when I got it from the voodoo lady in town. But I managed to restore it. It was used by a certain well-known captain in a daring escape from a Turkish prison.
The water damage is actually from the swamp on Scab Island.
Unlikely. The prison in question is nowhere near Scab Island.
I'm just trying to help.
Thanks. I've got it under control.
Tell me about this hunk of wood.
That's an original plank from the Golden Hind, autographed by Francis Drake himself.
Is this a left hook or a right hook?
That once belonged to the dread pirate Meat Hook. Supposedly he was ambidextrous. Also, he used to live right here, on Melee.
What's this melted lump of metal?
It used to be a mug. It was melted by some kind of acid. It was found in the Melee jail many years ago, after an incident where like 20 pirates escaped.
Hey, I did that. I had to keep pouring the grog from mug to mug because it was melting them. I had an armload of mugs and I juggled them all the way from the scum bar to the jail. Also, I could get Otis to join my crew. Not my greatest decision in retrospect.
That's a pretty wild story.
I'm telling you the truth.
I'm sure you are, but it just doesn't quite square with the official record. So it's hard to substantiate.
Substantiate? You've got an eyewitness.
Eyewitnesses are notoriously inaccurate. Human memory is plastic and suggestible.
Not yours, apparently.
No, of course not. I deal in facts.
That map looks familiar.
That's 1/4 of the original map to the treasure of Big Whoop. I got it from the cartographer on Low Street. Apparently, he was somehow involved in the search for Big Whoop.
About all Wally managed to do was get kidnapped by LeChuck's henchmen.
That's not the way he tells it.
You should think about hiring a research assistant.
Oh, I did. Unpaid, of course. Intern.
How on earth do you have that note?
Oh, yeah. That's very interesting. That was found tucked inside of a book at the Fat Island Library. It's the actual note left by the ghost pirate LeChuck when he kidnapped Governor Marley.
I know what it is. The lookout handed it to me just before I finished my 3 trials. I was crushed, but undaunted. I gathered a crew and I sailed to Monkey Island to save her. Not that she needed it, as it turned out.
Wow, man, you're really into this. I've got a role-playing group on Thursday nights.
This is absurd. It's like this whole wall is stuff from my personal adventures, but somehow I'm not even mentioned in your stories.
That's what's so great about this museum. Everyone makes their own connections with the exhibits, and it's highly personal and different for everyone.
That's not what I'm trying to say at all.
That's okay. You don't need to say anything. Just listen to what the exhibits tell you.
Fine. It's locked. There's tiny writing. New serial numberless lock.
Okay. Das ist schlecht.
It's a working parrot. I shouldn't bother it.
Okay, warte mal, habe ich die Augenklappe schon angeguckt?
What can you tell me about this eye patch?
That's the pride of the collection. It belonged to Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces. Supposedly, it had voodoo powers that would disguise him. I tried it on though, and nothing happened.
The display case is locked.
Okay, hier komme ich nicht weiter. Jetzt würde ich mal sagen, ich speichere jetzt hier mal ab und dann gehen wir mal in diesen tiefen Wald. Mal gucken, was dann passiert. Einmal drüber speichern. So, und dann gehen wir jetzt mal hier ganz schnell in den Wald. Da lang gehen. Oder hier lang gehen. Quizkarte. Chuckys Freundin liebt? Oh shit, weiß ich nicht mehr. Okay. Wenn ich es nicht beantworte, dann geht sie nicht kaputt, ne? Hier lang oder da lang? Ich gehe mal hier lang.
I'm hopelessly lost without a map.
Naja, ich gehe trotzdem noch mal rein. Ich gehe erst in den anderen Richtungen.
I'm hopelessly lost without a map.
Funktioniert nicht. Na gut. Okay, wir brauchen den Mob. Brauchen den Mob. Moppe die Mob. Wie könnte ich den Koch ablenken? Oh, guck mal, wer da steht. Cool.
Hi, Cobb. Hard to believe after all these years you're still here.
I was declared a historical landmark.
Okay, Moment. Erzähl mir was von Loom.
Tell me about Loom.
Oh, I'm so sick of pirates asking me about Loom. Get lost.
Yeah, the place does seem different from what I remember.
It's this new, younger generation of pirate leaders. Oh, they're highfalutin dark magic. Look at us. We're so much better than you because we don't bring grog before getting married. These kids today are all about sacking and pillaging. They've got no heart.
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island. Wanna come?
I heard the secret is just some marketing gimmick Stan thought up. That only the gullible and naive would go looking for it.
Oh, come on. Tell me about Loom. For old time's sake.
Beat it.
Say it.
No.
Say it.
Fine. You mean the latest masterpiece of fantasy storytelling from Lucasfilm's Brian Moriarty? Why, it's an extraordinary adventure with an interface of magic. Stunning, high-resolution 3D landscapes, sophisticated score, and musical effects. Not to mention the detailed animation and special effects, elegant point-and-click control of characters, objects, and magic spells. Beat the rush. Go out and buy Loom today.
Yes!
Now get lost.
Okay. Übrigens auch auf meinem Kanal zu finden, Loom. So, war nett.
Nice talking to you.
Ja. Ja, mach's gut. Okay, ich geh jetzt nochmal. Ich muss irgendwie den Mob bekommen. Wie kriege ich den Mob?
What was that you were trying to tell me about mops before?
The mop is the formal tool of a cook. Not as clumsy or random as a dish rag. An elegant tool for a more civilized cleaning. You cannot hope to succeed with the mop of another.
I can't?
You must construct your own. A single, perfect instrument that you will keep and use for a lifetime.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Once you build it, the mop will become your constant companion, your tool, and a ready means of defense against spills of all kinds.
Build it?
The wood is the heart of the handle. The heart is the handle of the cook. You are one.
Not helpful so far.
You must find a particular tree. A tree uniquely suited to the handles of mops. Carve your handle from a limb of that tree. Any questions?
Okay. Also diese teilweise, ja, sage ich dazu, Zwischensequenzen, ich weiß nicht. Die erinnern mich total, ich habe da total irgendwie so Ren and Stimpy Vibes. Keine Ahnung. Das erinnert mich total an diese Ren and Stimpy Geschichte.
I can't tell you exactly where it is, because this is your own personal journey.
Okay, heißt das, ich muss mir jetzt einen Mob selber schnitzen?
What kind of wood is the tree?
That is something you must discover for yourself.
What about the head of the mop?
Oh, you have to have one, of course, but pretty much anything will do. It's mostly about the handle.
Are you sure I can't just buy a mop? Yours, for example.
No, you've got to make one. Trust me on this.
Okay, I guess I'll do it. What's wrong?
You gave the story the wrong title. It should be called Mop Quest. When do we get to the piratey parts?
Well, even the coolest professions involve more mopping up than you would think. It seemed crazy to me at the time, too. But don't forget, it was all so I could board a ship, take command, and sail to Monkey Island. But first, I had to make a mop.
Okay, wo kriege ich einen Mob her zum Geier? Ich brauche einen Baum. Also muss ich in den Wald. Und in den Wald komme ich nur, wenn ich eine Map habe. Gehen wir nochmal zu Wally.
It doesn't look finished. Hey, Wally. I'm looking for a tree to make a stupid mop from. Have you got a map for that?
So the cook has sent you on one of his spiritual journeys? Been a while since I made one of those mop tree maps. What kind of tree is it again?
I don't know. A wood one?
That's okay. Just bring me a sliver of the wood and I can work it out from there. I'm that good.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, dann muss ich jetzt vom Mob einen Splitter abmachen, ja? Gucken wir mal, ob das funktioniert. Oh, wer bist denn du?
Hi.
Are you my waiter? I want the excellent dish I had at the governor's mansion last week. I don't know what it's called, but it was sort of, a hot food.
Yeah, but I'm not...
It had ingredients in it or something.
I'm not your waiter.
I already told your incompetent cook this, but he still hasn't brought me my dinner.
I don't work here. I'm not a waiter.
Hop to it!
Right away, sir. You look like the health inspector tasted your stew. Or you did.
Worse. Marlin is here.
Who?
The customer I have nightmares about. He's the only importer of yak fat on the island, so I need to keep him happy, but he makes that impossible. Today he wants me to make him a dish that he ate last week at some kind of event at the governor's mansion. But of course he doesn't remember what it's called or know what's in it or even remember what color it was. He says he thinks it has ingredients in it. I don't have the slightest idea what to make.
Oh, where did he say he had the dish he wants you to make?
At the governor's mansion. It's probably some exotic, weird-tasting thing from a swanky cookbook.
If I brought you a recipe, could you make it?
Of course. I'm a cook. See the hat?
Oh, look behind you! A three-headed monkey!
I do know a great stew recipe for monkey heads, but I can't think about that right now.
I'll see what I can find out.
Thanks.
Okay, dann brauchen wir jetzt ein Rezept, damit er was kocht. Na gut. Aber wie komme ich an das Buch dran?
Can I borrow a book?
You never brought back the last book you borrowed. You never even apologized.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm hearing the words, but somehow they aren't helping. I need more than that.
Ich brauche mehr als Worte.
Here.
You're giving me a frog?
It's a forgiveness frog, for when words aren't enough.
That is complete nonsense. And yet, I am going to forgive you for losing my book. I can't even explain why. I just have this sudden, inexplicable urge to forgive. You'd better not be up to something.
Just don't lose the frog, okay?
No, I'll keep it with me always.
Can I borrow this cookbook?
You cook like a cow.
That's why I need the cookbook.
Oh, all right. I was upset after you lost the last one, but you seemed genuinely sorry, so I guess I'll give you another chance.
Thanks. I won't let you down. I'll definitely return this.
Nice.
Can I borrow this book?
One book at a time. I only trust you so far.
Okay. Okay, dann bringen wir erstmal das Buch. Oder können wir hier eine Seite rausreißen?
It's a cookbook. It has 4 stars, but it looks like they're for difficulty.
Nee, okay. Nehmen wir die Abkürzung. Okay, also das Kochbuch haben wir. Das ist schon mal sehr gut.
I found this at the governor's mansion.
Aha! The mystery dish must be in there. I have no idea which one it'll be, so I'll just have to make them all. I'd better get to work. Thanks, Guybrush.
You're welcome.
This will be excellent.
It's Carla's copy of Ingredients by Barbie LaFlay.
Brilliant innovation.
Okay, ich lasse es ihm ein bisschen da, dass der kocht. Okay, wir haben das Stück Holz. Das heißt, wir können jetzt zu Wally. Und der kann eine Karte machen. Sehr gut.
Wally, here's a sample of the wood you wanted. Can you make me a map now?
10 Minuten später.
Sure, here it is.
Thanks, Wally.
Wo ist jetzt die Karte? Hier. Okay, soll ich mir das mal aufschreiben? Weil ich habe das so ein schlechtes Gedächtnis. Aber ich kann ja auch währenddessen immer drauf gucken, ne? Ja. Kann ich auch machen. Das ändert sich ja, denke ich, nicht. Okay, ich muss irgendwie ganz schnell auf die Map. Oder kann ich hier mit M? Nee, da komme ich nur auf die Map. Okay. Schade. Na, wir können aber schneller laufen. Okay, also vom Museum aus. Erstmal hier rein. So. Jetzt können wir mit M hier. Okay, dann halten wir uns rechts. Dann oben lang. Dann weiter nach rechts. Und wieder oben.
It's like there's a welcoming committee. find your mama, little prickly kids. Hey, little fella. Wow! The distinctive shape tells me this is the rare, endangered Malay Island mop handle tree. The distinctive shape tells me this is the rare, endangered Malay Island mop handle tree.
Okay, wie komme ich da jetzt dran? Kann ich ein Messer benutzen? Mehrere Stunden später. Oh Gott. Die Häschen, wie sie Angst haben. Oh mein Gott. Guybrush, was hast du getan? Oh, wie sie alle weinen.
Hey, little dear. I must have startled them while I was whittling. Some animals are quite skittish. I must have startled them while I was whittling. Some animals are quite skittish. Another resource has given its all in support of my personal goals. It's what nature is for. I'll take a shortcut back.
Viele Stunden später. Okay, warte mal, jetzt habe ich den Stiel zwar, aber vielleicht kann ich ja das ja verwenden.
I made him up. It's a single perfect instrument that I will keep and use for a lifetime.
Nice. Okay, ich habe einen Mob. Sehr gut. Jetzt brauche ich noch die Augenklappe, ne? Ich gehe erstmal zurück zu den Docks. Ich hole erstmal nochmal das Buch. In der Hoffnung, dass der Koch fertig ist.
Are you done with the cookbook? I'd like it back.
I'm still using it.
It's Carla's copy of Ingredients by Barbie LaFlay. Are you done with the cookbook? I'd like it back.
I'm still using it.
Okay, er benutzt es noch.
He'll never complain again.
Ugh, I remember that stench as if it were yesterday.
Seems like a lot, but okay. Ingredients indeed. 3 teaspoons in a tablespoon.
Okay, ich wüsste jetzt nicht, was ich hier machen müsste.
It's like a miniature dance party.
Coming along nicely.
Nice and hot. Wonder how long I could stand here before bursting into flames.
Da hängt ja einer aus dem Fenster. Das habe ich gerade gesehen.
Waiter, I can't understand why this is taking so long. Just bring me what the governor served me last week.
Of course, sir. Sorry for the delay. Busy?
Yup.
You remind me never to eat here again. Are you done with the cookbook? I'd like it back.
I'm still using it.
Aber es sieht anders jetzt hier aus auf dem Tisch, ne? Okay.
It's amazing what you can achieve if you put your mind to it. Then you have a packet of stick-on stars.
Do I really have to salt it so often?
It's Carla's copy of Ingredients by Barbie LaFlay. know more about this John Laney guy with the eye patch?
Captain John Laney was renowned as the pirate of 1,000 faces. It was said that he could fool his best friend with nothing more than an eye patch. That legend is true, but only because the eye patch he used was filled with much voodoo magic. The eye patch still exists. It is on display at the Museum of Pirate Lore here on Melee Island. If an enterprising person such as yourself were to liberate it and bring it here, I could most likely get it working again.
Got it. Thanks. Is this the year when you finally tell me your name? It's become almost a running gag between us. But it's awkward, like when your glass is empty but you keep trying to drink out of it over and over.
It is Corina.
Oh, okay. Corina. Nice. Somehow it was more exciting before I knew that.
That is true of many things.
I'll get back to browsing the shop.
Act fast. Supplies are limited.
Okay, ich gehe jetzt nochmal zur Schlosserin. Vielleicht hat sie mir was Neues zu erzählen.
Welcome back.
Hi there. Hello again.
Nicht wirklich.
I think I'll browse around a bit.
Try not to touch anything.
At the end of the plank.
My mother's. Please don't touch it.
Handsome looking parrot.
And also vicious. But it was my mother's favorite.
Can you make me a key from this serial number?
Sure. Good choice on the lock. These are really sturdy. It's the same kind they use over at the jail.
Oh, wow. What a coincidence. I had no idea.
Okay, wir können Otis befreien. Auch nicht
Hey,
schlecht.
Guybrush! Hey, kid! You look like you're having a good time. That's nice.
Otis, the authorities have reconsidered your case and decided that you should go free.
I'm very grateful to the authorities and will not mention their name should any awkward questions be asked. Good luck, Stan. I hope you get acquitted.
Oh, it's in the bag, friend, but thanks.
I'll stay on this side of the bars, just in case.
They say the only real prison is the one in your head. But take it from me, that's a load of barnacles.
Hey, Stan.
Hello there, son.
I've been to the shipyard. Your office is all boarded up, with your toothbrush sealed inside, presumably.
Well, don't worry yourself about it then, son. I found a dead centipede in the corner that should do until they let me out.
Igitt.
See you later.
Yep.
Habe ich den Schlüssel noch?
Word of advice, kid. Stick to the narrows. No thanks. I'm about to be acquitted. Escaping looks bad.
Ja, da hat er wohl recht. Okay, also wir haben Otis befreit. Vielleicht ist ja da hinten doch noch was ich übersehen habe. Kommt immer eher aus dem Bildschirm raus. Sorry dafür. Okay, jetzt muss ich mal ein bisschen überlegen. Wir haben den Mob. Wir haben Otis befreit. Stur entwirren. Okay. Hier noch die Cracker. Okay. Ich werde ohne Verkleidung nicht hier vorbeikommen. Definitiv nicht. Der mir vielleicht noch was zu erzählen?
Hi again. Oh, those new pirate leaders are real jerks. They laughed at me, and they won't fund my expedition. Why didn't you warn me?
Would you have listened?
Of course. Okay, no, probably not.
Gehen wir mal nochmal ins Museum. Ich versuche mal dem Papageien die Cracker zu geben. Und mal, was bringt es?
That is a really big parrot. Wonder how many hands it's eating.
Ich muss ihn überfressen. Keine Ahnung, was ich hier mache. Nehmen die überhaupt ab, die Cracker? Nee.
That is a really big parrot. Wonder how many hands it's eating. Eye patch worn by Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces. There's some very tiny writing on it. The display case is locked.
Ich brauche was Stärkeres wie diese Lupe.
Well, the numbers are a little clearer, but still too tiny to read.
Okay, dann gucken wir nochmal bei Wally. Vielleicht hat er eine stärkere. Was anderes fällt mir jetzt nicht ein. Vielleicht hat Wally... Vielleicht muss ich da wieder was austauschen. Das kennen wir ja schon vom zweiten Teil. Legt er das Ding ab?
Better to have one for each eye.
If you
Okay.
say so.
Okay, ich brauche vielleicht einfach nur 2. Probieren wir es mit 2. Kann ich die vielleicht kombinieren?
If one monocle is good, 2 is better.
So sieht's aus. Natürlich.
Ah, crystal clear. I'll just write that down. This is the one for the museum display case.
Okay. Dann zurück zur Schlosserin. Zu Locksmith.
Welcome back.
Hi there. Can you make me a key from this serial number?
Sure. This will be for a high-end display case. You a collector?
Yeah. Stamps.
Okay, dann gucken wir mal. Und wenn ich die Augenklappe habe, dann bringe ich sie der Voodoo Lady und dann können wir uns verkleiden, oder?
It doesn't fit.
What? Is something wrong?
Well, I was just wiping a smudge off the glass.
Oh, all right. But be careful. Guard parrots are attack trained.
Okay, warte mal. Das passt nicht. Ach, das ist der falsche Schlüssel.
Whoa!
Ah, okay, ich
That's
verstehe.
not supposed to be unlocked. I'd better fold this and put it in storage. Then I can figure out what's wrong with the lock. Looking good. I like things neat. Gotta get these edges perfect. That's folded perfectly.
Du verdammter Papagei.
That'll do, Parrot. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave the museum while I figure out what's going on with my display case lock.
Shit, jetzt hat er bestimmt das Schloss ausgetauscht, oder? Das wäre logisch.
Welcome back. Please try not to touch anything that seems like you're not supposed to touch it.
There's some very tiny writing on it. I already got the serial number for this.
Okay, alles klar. Gut, dann Cracker. Okay, wir geben ganz viel Cracker. Und tschüss. Währenddessen in der Villa.
What do you expect me to do, Elaine? Issue a proclamation?
Of course not, Carla. We'll need to generate public support. I'm working on that.
People around here don't like any kind of restrictions, even if it's for their own good.
But we can put a requirement on ships traveling to the north. There's already a customs check, so the infrastructure is all in place.
Well, it's a start. Scurvy's a big problem. Let's do all we can.
Agreed.
I've come a long way. Is there anything else on the agenda?
Coffee?
Can you fix this?
Ah, the famous eye patch disguise of John Laney. As I suspected, the magic has long since drained away. One moment. Come, spirits of deception and death, drink your rejuvenation and awaken.
Death?
It's nothing to worry about. John Laney, this hapless boy needs your help.
Hey.
Take pity on him and bring him the power to hide from his enemies.
Well, you don't have to put it like that. That's it?
Unless you want the extended service warranty.
No, thanks. I'm not a sucker. What do I owe you?
Maybe try it on first, before we discuss payment.
Well, how do I look? Yeah! What the heck? I look like a zombie. Is it broken?
John Laney was especially known for impersonating monsters of various types.
You failed to mention that earlier.
It's not a strong part of the sales pitch.
I'll just wear it when I really need to. Ugh.
You're welcome.
I think I'm ready to set sail. Hi there. You must be the quartermaster.
Yep, you look like a guy without many options. I need a swabby. It's BYOM. So, show me a decent mop and the job's yours.
Okay. How's this for a mop?
Let's see. Stick, blobby spongy pad. Good enough. You're hired.
Great.
We'll be getting underway soon. Why don't you come on board and I'll introduce you to the crew.
I'm excited to see my stateroom. When's a good time to discuss the benefits package?
Währenddessen in der Scumbar.
Threepwood's on the Chuck's ship. He's got some kind of disguise. From the bargain bin, it looks like.
So what?
You don't think this could be a problem? We didn't plan for him.
I hate not knowing what's going on. I should have taken him out the minute he walked in here.
Don't worry, we'll know what's going on.
Yeah? How?
I've got a spy on board the ship.